Warning, this video contains strong language and graphic photos. Viewer discretion is advised.
Hello, my Hooked Honeys, and welcome back to Hooked. My name is Leanne, and if you're new here, Hooked is where we talk about some true crime cases and do some crochet projects together. And on today's episode, we will be crocheting some shorts that I'm just kind of freehanding, so you guys can just go along with me with that. And we are also going to take a trip way yonder to Cork, Ireland to visit the case of the Scissor Sisters, Linda and Charlotte Mulhall. So we will start with a foundation chain, and you'll do it until it kind of fits around your waist, kind of like a waistband, and then you'll slip stitch it together, and that'll create the circle. Okay. Linda, who was the oldest of two, was a single mom of four. She didn't finish school and also didn't have a job. And she also didn't have very good choice in men either. The relationship with her kid's father didn't work out, but she soon started dating another man. She kind of strikes me as the kind of girl that, has to be in a relationship, which really sucks when you don't have a great choice in men. Well, the guy that she had started dating was beating her kids and her and just was like a terrible person. And he once beat them with a electrical flex, which is basically like a tube that protects wiring, and it could be made with like metal, plastic, fiber, or fried clay. So yeah, he definitely really hurt them. And surprising to me, Linda didn't try to kill him because like I definitely probably would have tried to kill him, but he ended up getting 7 years in prison for this, and Linda lost her kids. With yeah. So after Linda lost custody of her kids to social services, she began to have an addiction to heroin. Charlotte, who was 21, had a history of drug and alcohol abuse. She also had several like minor convictions under her belt for things like criminal damage and public order offenses, and she was also involved in prostitution. So, here we are, St. Patrick's Day weekend, March 20th, 2005, in Summerhill, which is on the north side of Dublin, Ireland. Linda, Charlotte, and their mother, Kathleen, and her boyfriend, Farah Swally, they had been out drinking in Dublin city center, just having a grand time, just low key kind of getting lit. Everyone returned back to Kathleen's flat, which was on Richmond Cottages, where the women had taken ecstasy. And Kathleen crushed some up and put it in Farah's drink so that they were all on the same level. She basically drugged them, is basically what happened. Linda and Farah was sitting on the couch together, and he started getting pretty frisky with Linda. He started touching her and talking in her ear, putting his arms around her waist and just like not not letting go. And I, I just feel like, what did you think was going to happen? You just like drugged somebody, but like don't be messing with your girlfriend's daughter. That's like not okay. But like also don't drug people either. There's a lot of wrong going on here. So of course Kathleen got super mad and a fight broke out. Well, a huge argument broke out, and she just yelled, "Just kill him for me." Well, that's when Charlotte picked up a Stanley knife and sliced him across the throat, causing him to fall to the ground. And Linda then followed up with a hammer and just started knocking him in the head with it. And you want to know what Kathleen did? She just sat there and watched. Just, had her little bowl of popcorn and just watched what was going on there while her two daughters just murdered her boyfriend. So he was like brutally beaten with a hammer and stabbed more than 20 times all over his body. We're going to start the single crochet and get into the rest of this story, honey. But guess what? These sisters, they were not done. Oh, no, no. They dragged his body into the bathroom and proceeded to dismember him. What are we doing? How did we get here? This should have stopped like a while ago before they murdered him. And again, what is their what is Kathleen doing? Like, girl, this is a lot going on in your crib. You got to put a stop to this. They cut off his head, his limbs, and y'all ready for this? They cut off his penis. Yep, just went ahead and sliced that thing right on off. They did this with a hammer and a kitchen knife, so we can go ahead and assume that they were very, very strong. And this had to have taken hours upon hours, like dismembering a grown man. Like, I'm broken. What are we doing? I don't understand. I don't get it. Like, why are we, first of all, Kathleen, we got to talk about some parenting skills, okay? Because, first of all, baby, you should not be doing ecstasy with your children, two kids who already are not in the right place where they need to be in life for grown women. Like, one of your children is in sex working. Like, what you are not doing good. I don't know. Maybe she was a good mother when they were kids, but right now, baby, we're not doing good in this parenting mother part of life. Okay, because this is a lot going on, and yeah, a lot going on.
They put his body parts in a plastic bag that were in like sports bags, and then they dumped him in the Royal Canal, which took like a bunch of trips. They decided to put his head elsewhere, thinking that it would be hard to identify him if he didn't have a head, and like they weren't wrong. They buried his head in Sean Walsh Memorial Park, but Linda later returned and dug up the head. She put his head in her son's book bag, the book bag that he carries to school. Yeah, she put it in her son's book bag, and transferred his head to a different area where she busted it up a little bit more with a hammer and then reburied it because she felt it was necessary to do that. Like, I'm not okay. I need a second. Mm-mm. All right, yeah. So we gonna go ahead and do a little voiceover portion of this while we crochet together. There were so many chances for them to stop. Like, there's no reason that this got to the point that it got to. And don't get me wrong, he wasn't the best guy. He actually was a piece of absolute garbage, but nobody deserves to die like that. That's like, it's crazy work. Like, just crazy, nasty work. Well, Linda was charged with manslaughter and sentenced to 15 years, and Charlotte was charged with murder and was sentenced to life. And because of their crimes, they were named the Scissor Sisters. John Mulhall, who was their father, ended up killing himself in December of 2005. Kathleen fled but returned to Ireland in February of 2008. She was sentenced to 5 years in prison. Linda again turned to alcohol, causing her to slash her arms. They resulted in her spending over a week in a psychiatric hospital. And in 2008, a picture of Charlotte holding a knife to a male prisoner's throat leaked in the press, which made them beef up security, of course. And Charlotte was sent to Limerick prison, which is the only prison that had like also had a female unit. Linda was released in 2018 at the age of 44 after serving 12 out of the 15 years of her sentence. She told a reporter that she just wants to get on with her life and she doesn't want to talk about it anymore, which was the last time she even commented on the situation. Charlotte is now around 39, 40 and is still serving her sentence at Limerick prison. All right, so we're going to go ahead and do a bit of a little fit check here, see how this is fitting on me. Slide that on up. It's getting somewhere, not too terrible, I guess. All right, well, let's get back to this story. Okay, I just want to say I am not posting these shorts on the page on the Instagram page, so ignore the end of the video. I did not like how they came out, but I am working on another pair, so I will definitely be posting those and just making a pattern and just making it make more sense, because the ones I did on this video just was not, it was not working for me.
All right, honeys, that was the case of Linda and Charlotte Mull, aka the Scissor Sisters. And they never found that man's penis, which kind of makes me think of the case where that woman thought her man was cheating on her and she cut his penis off and then threw it out the window while she was driving. I have to find that, and I'm gonna do an episode on that because that case was crazy too. I hope you guys have an amazing rest of your day, and make sure you subscribe because I'll be here for you every Wednesday. If you want to see the finished product of the shorts that I'm making, make sure you follow me on Instagram at HookedWTrueCrime, and I'll see you guys next week. Love y'all. Bye.